Multiple sclerosis, or MS, is an unpredictable disease that affects hundreds of thousands of people in the U.S. And here today to tell us about new survey findings and how women can take charge of their MS is neurologist Dr. Lori Travis and Ann Lee Gilbert from the nonprofit organization Can Do MS. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, Dr. Travis, let's start with you and let's get a bit of a better picture of what MS actually is.
So MS is often a challenging diagnosis for people to both make and receive. So it is an unpredictable neurological autoimmune condition, and it affects the central nervous system, meaning the brain and upper parts of the spinal cord. One of the reasons why it's so challenging is because the symptoms can be very diverse. You can have numbness in your hand that might come and go. You might have visual changes that come and go. One of the hallmarks is, though, that the symptoms typically come for a little while and go away. And sometimes people will either not see their neurologist and kind of wait for it to pass, or they may see their doctor and kind of have it be brushed off. And one of the things that I love to bring out is that if you have symptoms that you're concerned about, or if you do have MS, there's really a lot we can do. I highly encourage people to see their doctor.
Right, see a professional. And let's talk about who it affects specifically.
Sure. So MS affects 2 to 3 times more women than men, and so more women are diagnosed with MS. And typically, the symptoms of MS occur between the ages of 20 and 40. And so particularly for women, during that age time frame, they're really focused on their careers, on family planning, on their personal relationships. And so receiving an MS diagnosis during that time frame can be incredibly overwhelming during that critical period of time. Teva Pharmaceuticals and Can Do MS worked together to conduct a survey to 1,000 women who were newly diagnosed with MS. And what we learned from that survey were that their biggest issues surround around family planning, work concerns, and personal relationships. And 98% of those that took the survey said that these issues were not addressed with their healthcare professionals.
Right, incredibly, challenging and hard for them, I'm sure, to hear it. So, why is it so difficult for them to hear this diagnosis, women specifically?
I think it's, again, it's an incredibly overwhelming time. It's an overwhelming diagnosis, I believe, and just in that time period where they're trying to get their lives started and they're thinking about family planning, it's a difficult diagnosis to receive. However, what we're here to encourage is that there are incredible resources out there, and that to really encourage the patient and the healthcare professional to have an open and meaningful dialogue sooner rather than later. And so Can Do MS and Teva Pharmaceuticals created some resources that are available at mscando.org/women in MS to learn how to have that meaningful and open dialogue.
Right. Communication is key. And in the last 20 seconds or so I have left, Dr. Travis, anything you want to leave us with?
So yeah, I would leave you with a couple of really important points, and those are, the first is that this is a time period where so much is going on in terms of both diagnosis, research, treatment, and so I encourage everybody to try to reach out if you have MS and haven't seen your doctor for a while, if you know somebody who has MS, to really make sure that that you do get out and see your doctor. Because like I said, there's so much we can do.
Right. Very important points all around. I want to thank you both so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Now stay right where you are, guys. We'll be right back.